Monday through... Hold on. Space them out a little bit more. This is a little lesson so you can optimize your income in Animal Crossing as well, if you'd like. Monday through Saturday, she will not be in town and you cannot buy any more turnips, but you sell. You sell on these days. You get 2 prices a day, one before noon and one after noon. That first price is very important, but it's got a much smaller window to check it, so you got to be extra careful that you don't miss it. But you sell them on these days. So let's say that Monday, it is now 70, and then the second price of the day will say that it is 68. That's a very typical, like, it's very common after the buy day for it to go down first. It is very typical. From here, if it starts like this, there are several other patterns you can get. And this is what I meant by patterns earlier, right? The pattern you... maybe I should actually build up to the pattern you want to see the most. The pattern you least want to see is a steady decline. Because you can see this. Like, say Tuesday, it goes down to 67. And then Tuesday evening, it's like 59. Then Wednesday, it just keeps going down. And eventually you're down to like... I'm just ballparking this now. Eventually by Saturday, you're all the way down to like, say 20. I think I could go as low as 20 even. I think I've seen that low before. This is the worst. This is the worst pattern you can get, but it is possible. If you notice this pattern by like Wednesday or Thursday, your best choice is to sell here before it gets all the way down here, because this can happen. That is a common pattern. Another pattern you can encounter is, it's kind of tough to predict on your own. This is where it gets a little hard. You can have a small increase, just like this. So say that now we're back at 100 Tuesday morning, and then we'll say like 110 Tuesday evening. From here, it could be one of two things. The first one is, okay, it's a pretty good one to have. It'll like plateau for a bit. We'll say we finish off at the highest price as like 115 Wednesday morning, but then it starts to go back down. That's very common too. We call this the small bump. It's a very small bump. But it is still a good one because you get to sell this day at a higher price than you bought on Sunday, right? So this is a difficult one to predict, but if you suspect that it's this pattern, you gotta sell here before it drops again, or else you're selling at a loss. But that is one of the okay patterns to get. The goated pattern, the king of all patterns, the one that you want to see, is a tiny, tiny, tiny bump right here, followed by a sharp decrease. Do you know why? Because if this happens, or rather if this happens, if you see this shape, like this, you know what's going to happen next? It's going to shoot up super high. It's going to shoot up like 250. And then it will immediately plummet all the way back down. Like all the way back down here. Like this. This is what I would expect, personally. I'm not super knowledgeable, but yeah. If you catch in your log of the stock price, if you catch the small bump, this one right here, followed by a sharp decrease, you got to get ready. You got to be ready. Wednesday is the day. Wednesday and Thursday are often the day when you are pretty confident of what pattern it is that you got. You can sometimes predict it through Monday and Tuesdays if you're lucky. It depends. Yeah, in my case, I kind of anticipated yesterday, or I actually got a little nervous. I anticipated that it would be... wait, what was it? I've kind of forgotten. I got a little nervous about the price. I'm not going to lie. So I sold a little early because I didn't want to lose my early investment. I wanted to call it safe. I had a decent price. Because I kind of anticipated a continuous decline, but I think I might be getting the small bump, like the second pattern that I showed you. Yeah, that's the stock market in a gist. There are other patterns, like I think there's also steady incline rather. It's not as common. I don't see it very often, but you can see it. I think. Yeah, it usually will have like a rise and fall of some kind. Yeah, the turnip thing is very serious. I don't play about my turnips. This is how you make money. This is the game plan for me to become the Animal Crossing Zaddy and sponsor everybody's builds and islands and everything. I'm holding out for this to happen. I'm holding out for it, and it will happen in time. But that's why I'm logging. You may notice me checking my stock prices from now on as we play. This is why I'm checking for the this week's pattern, because this week's pattern influences next week's pattern. All kinds of things influence what it ends up looking like. So it's important that I keep up with it if I want to win. And I want to win. I want to become super wealthy so we never have to worry about money in this game and we can focus our efforts entirely on creative endeavors. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted.